Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to go over the weekend sales and let you know what I paid for the item and how much the item is selling for. Today is Tuesday, January 11th, and we have two eBay orders going out today. First item we have going out is 4 of these ORS Original Root Stimulator olive oil. These are extra strength. Pick these up on RA. I'm into them for $2 each, so cost of goods on all of this is $8. These sold for $35.84, and the buyer did pay $12.77 in shipping. Now, in my last video, I actually talked about offering quantity discounts. And if I can remember, I'll put the video right up here. It was called Power of Quantity Discounts. Some of the advantages to doing quantity discounts, it actually saves you as a seller on some of the shipping charges. So as you see in this case here, the buyer came in and actually bought 4 of these. This next item happens to be a pretty big sale. It's this LG dual screen. Now, I'm not going to be making much money on this. This I actually listed for a friend of mine. He had this, had no use for it, and he asked me if I would go ahead and list it on eBay for him. So what I will do is go through, deduct any of the taxes, eBay fees. Now, this did sell on a promoted listing, which means that there will be additional fees. This sold for $225.86. Plus, the buyer paid $5.90 in shipping. When I did this, what I should have done is made sure that it was going to go out priority flat rate. So that way, I have the insurance to go along with it. Today is Friday, January 14th, and we have 2 eBay orders going out today. First item going out happens to be 2 of these Liquid Fence Deer and Rabbit Repellent. Pick these up on RA. I actually went in and on clearance they had probably well over 100 of these things. So I went and actually talked to the manager and asked him, originally they had $2.37 for each bottle. I asked him if he would do $2 a bottle. He told me, he goes, I'll make you a better deal. How about if you take them all, I'll sell them to you for $1 each. Yep, just made a deal. Yeah. $1 for all of these. Not even sure how many there are. Maybe a few hundred. Thanks again.
You're welcome, sir.
So, cost of goods into this is just $2. These sold for $35.12, and they are going free shipping. Next item going out happens to be another RA item. It's these Umbro hockey gloves. Pick these up on clearance. I'm only into them for $1. These sold for $14.04, and they are going free shipping. So today is Tuesday, January 18th, and we have 20 eBay orders going out today. Today we have some exciting things going out. We actually have 3 items going out from the 2 HiBid hauls that I have been tracking. So let's jump in and see what's sold. First item going out happens to be this Royal Swirl Fine China. Picked this up at my local thrift store. I'm into it for $1.50. I'd actually picked up 2 of these. Each one was $1.50. This sold for $12.95, and the buyer is paying $8.14 in shipping. Coffee. This next item going out happens to be an RA item. Picked this up at Walmart clearance. I'm into it for $40. Looked at comps and they looked pretty good. It's this Garmin Drive 51EX. It is brand new sealed. This sold for $72.17, and it is going free shipping. So with this, not huge profits based on the sale because of the cost of goods, $40 into it. So this will probably be about a $16 profit. Next item going out happens to be a set of these Thomas the Train cake toppers. Picked these up at my local thrift store. I'm into them for $1.50. These sold for $9.53, and the buyer is paying $5.30 in shipping. This next item going out happens to be an item I picked up at my local thrift store. I'm into it for $1. I've already boxed it up because I didn't want these things getting broken. But right here, it's a lot of 4 vintage Hallmark Language of the Flowers ornament angels. These sold for $20.84, and the buyer is paying $22 even in shipping. This next item going out, again, another item from my local thrift store. I'm into this for just 50 cents. Most board games at my smaller thrift store are usually between 50 cents and $1. This one, I paid $1. It's this Don't Go to Jail, the Monopoly dice game. It is vintage. It dates back to 1991. It is complete. And with board games, one thing you want to do is you want to show everything that's actually in there. Give the buyer an actual view of everything that is included in the item. I find that it actually helps sell the item a lot better. So again, cost of goods into this is just 50 cents. This sold for $12.14. And the buyer is paying $7.28 in shipping. So next item going out happens to be an item I picked up off of a HiBid haul. It's not the ones that I'm tracking. It was one I'd done before I started tracking. It happens to be this vintage, Quorum by Puke, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is a 0.8 fluid ounce. Cost of goods into this is probably, with everything that I picked up off that HiBid haul, maybe 50 cents, maybe a quarter. This sold for $21.71, and the buyer is paying $5.30 in shipping. Next thing up, RA. I picked up these Ace elbow pads. As you can see, cost of goods into this is just $1. I bought, I believe, about 6 of these. Still have a couple left in my store. Looks like I have 2 left. This sold for $8.66, and the buyer is paying $4.65 in shipping. This next item going out happens to be one off that huge HiBid haul where I paid $611 for. It's a set of these vintage heavyweight thermal circular knit ankle length drawers. As you can see, the original cost of Sears was $3.99 each. I actually listed these individually. This buyer came in and bought a quantity of 2. These sold for $30.72, and the buyer is paying $11.80 in shipping. So let's go to our HiBid tally. If you're new here, I'm keeping track of my HiBid hauls. This particular one, 46 lots. Total buy-in cost was $611. That includes taxes and auctioneer fees. This particular item, vintage Sears thermal underwear, was on lot 480. As you can see, I did sell other things off of lot 480. That particular lot, I'm only into it for $6. Estimated profit on just this one item is about $30. That brings us up to $329 over our initial buy-in cost. So we've already paid for the $611. This is over that $611. So we're already in the profit of $329. Next item going out happens to be an item, thrift store item. I'm into each of these for 50 cents. It's these Spin Brush Pro Clean. Contains 2 replacement brushes in each box. Size is small. Paid 50 cents each for these, so cost of goods is $2. These sold for $32.15, and they are going free shipping. Next item going out, I've done fairly well on. It's actually Carhart. This happens to be a vintage Carhart men's jacket. I did disclose this as new without tags. I'm into this for $10. I had actually picked up 2 of them at the time. One already sold. This one was sitting in my death pile. So I pulled it out and got it listed immediately. This sold for $78.26 and the buyer is paying $10.11 in shipping. This next item going out happens to be an item. I had actually purchased 2 of these at my local thrift store. I'm into them for 50 cents each. Probably should have allotted them both together, but I listed them individually, hoping the buyer would actually come in and buy the lot of 2. Happens to be these Printer Creation DVD, CD, DVD labels. I'm into this for 50 cents. This sold for $8.65 and it is going free shipping. So with this, not that big of a moneymaker. This next item going out happens to be an item I picked up at my local thrift store. I picked these up just last Friday. I had actually started listing the items before I did a video, so I decided not to do a video. But I picked up 2 of these AC adapters, Radio Shack. Minted each of these for $2. Buyer came in and bought both of these. I'll list them individually. So cost of goods is $4. Buyer paid $29.16 and they are paying $14.80 in shipping. So with these, since they're over a pound each, what I will probably do is just put these in a flat rate envelope. Next item going out happens to be another item off that $611 HiBid haul. Happens to be this vintage stovetop convention cooker. This sold for $30.06 and the buyer is paying $10.31 in shipping. So let's go to our HiBid tally. $611 HiBid cost. This happens to be the enamelware. That was on lot 322. We've also sold multiple things off of that as well. Last item we sold off of that was cast iron Danish pan. And then before that was the bread slicer guide. That lot I actually paid $6 for. So estimated profits on this is $26. That brings us up to $355 in the profit. This next item going out happens to be an item from my local thrift store. Again, I'm only into this for, didn't put it in the custom SKU, but I believe I'm into this for 50 cents. We'll just say $1. It's this vintage Battleship game. Again, with board games, I always actually put everything that they're getting so that they can actually see it. It was complete. This is a vintage 1978 Battleship strategy game. Number on it was 4730. This sold for $21.46 and the buyer is paying $11.70 in shipping. Next item going out happens to be another RA item. Cost of goods into this is $5. It's this Armatron men's watch. It is blue. This sold for $20.60 and it is going free shipping. This is light enough it easily goes out first class. Probably go out at an 8-ounce rate. This next item going out happens to be an item, again, thrift store. Paid $1. Wasn't sure if I should pick it up, but Big Plush does seem to sell. This happens to be a 25-inch Disney Mattel Winnie the Pooh Piglet. Now the thing with when you're selling plush, one thing I like to do is, if you notice, I like to do like a close-up of the face and then show all the angles so that the buyer can actually see the condition of the item, if it contains stains or anything like that. This sold for $30.92 and the buyer is paying $8.65 in shipping. This next item going out happens to be another RA item where I picked up quite a few of these. Happens to be these BL Biggin powder hair color number 58 black brown. I actually lotted 2 of these together in a lot. This buyer came in and bought 2 lots, so total of 4 of these. As you can see, cost of goods into these, I paid $3.76 for each one. These sold for $48 even, and they are going free shipping. These are light enough, easily go out first class. This next item going out happens to be these Oasis, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I included this Big Blast and 2 of these cream. Picked these up at my local thrift store. I'm into each one of these for 50 cents. So total cost of goods on this is $1.50. This sold for $19.74 And the buyer is paying $5.50 in shipping. These are so light, it'll definitely go out first class. So next item going out, thrift store, paid $1 for it. Happens to be this GE digital answering machine. It is brand new in the box. Nope, it's not brand new. But as you can see, condition, I did put used. Okay, it's been so long since I listed this, I completely forgot about it. So in the pictures, I actually show the box, and then I did a little bit differently on this. And then I did the next one where I actually showed the actual answering machine, the box, and any paperwork that goes along with this. So cost of goods into this is $1. This sold for $9.16, and the buyer is paying $7.95 in shipping. This is easy enough. It'll go in a flat rate envelope. This next item going out happens to be an item off of the HiBid haul where I had paid $51 each lot. I'm only paid $2 for each lot. I had picked up 22 lots. One of the lots actually contained DVDs. One was 2 different years of Monk. Those sold. There happened to be another set of DVDs in there. Wasn't complete. So I kind of split it apart. It's the Midsummer Murders Village Case Files. This is 8 discs. So contains series 8 and 9. So when I listed this, what I did is I actually listed the main box. And then I put each case of the DVDs. So just this one sold for $30.92, and it is going free shipping. With this, I'll end up shipping it out medium mail, where medium mail I believe is going to only cost me about $3.19. So let's go to our HiBid tally. So again, if you're new here, this one happens to be the HiBid haul where I picked up 22 lots. Each lot was $2. Total buy-in cost with auctioneer fees and taxes was $51. Midsummer Murders, this was on lot 326. And as you can see, here's the Monk DVD set. So that lot I only paid $2 for. Estimated profits on just this one item is actually $23. The reason that is, guys, I had to subtract the shipping cost as well as the eBay fees. So that brings us up now to $271 over our initial buy-in cost of $51. So that's $271 in profit. So those are the items we have going out today to go ahead and close out the weekend sales. I hope some of this information was useful for you, so while you're out there sourcing, you can actually look for items that are currently selling on eBay and approximately what they're selling for. So if you found some use out of this video, give me a thumbs up, helps the channel. Also, too, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe down below and hit the bell notification. You'll be notified the next time I do a video. Until next time, keep picking. I'm into them for on some of the shipping charges. So today we have So today is January 18th. No, not vintage. This one was sitting in my deck. This sold for $28. This sold for, if I can get these out.